birthday to you.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
dear
dear
Austin.
Austin.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
I started singing along, so I'm like, oh my god, did I miss how do you?
I don't know if you know, but the podcast is releasing on your birthday, so I figured that we'd start off with something as cheesy as that. I don't know if that came across.
Thank you guys. That was so sweet. I love that.
Yes, and I also owe you and Chandler props. I never realized how fun it would be to sync with Zach.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, how bad was it for you? Like, how?
It's not in a horrible.
I was talking.
And
What?
I was like, you guys were pretty close to mine. You know, like,
That's how I knew it was bad. That's how I knew I was going to be off.
I just
It sounded good for you.
yeah. As long as it sounded good for Austin, that's really all that matters. But yeah,
exactly.
This week, I'm sorry that I'm not doing an edited thing for the saying of this. There's a couple reasons. One of them is that it's not easily accessible, and the other one is I honestly did not care enough about the movie to rewatch bits to make an edited section of it. I'm sorry.
Utterly no attachment factor for this film. Not yet.
Well, okay, we'll get into it. It's not like this is the worst thing that God ever created. Hey, it's not the worst thing ever.
No, I'm just saying attachment as in like you didn't have 13 years to like this film like the last one.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. But yeah, we're going to be reviewing Tron Ares. Stay tuned to after the review if you want to hear some media-related news and other stuff that we've been watching, reading, etc. in between. Recording, as usual, we got Chandler over there, Skylar, Austin, as you guys know, and then Zach right here. Does anyone who wants to go ahead and give the recap of the movie?
You do.
I was really hoping you didn't say that. I know that this is exactly whatever. Austin has to do next week, and I feel like that's going to be much harder than this.
Oh, that's right. That medal. Yeah, true. You better prep.
Yeah, it's okay.
I will. I'll do my homework.
I'm excited. We'll announce it at the end of the episode. But Tron Ares, it's about a new MCP from the first movie, from the 1982 movie. It's being created by Evan Peters, which is the grandson of the original villain of the first movie. But it's a different branch of the tree, apparently, from the one that's in the second movie. It doesn't matter. We can talk about how stupid it is and how they ignored the second movie entirely. But so essentially Ares is a program that is really stupid, and then he kept training and learning and he got smart, and then he's like, what if I don't want to listen to your commands and I want to be different? And then there's a lady who now owns Encom for some reason, and they're trying to get something that makes it so that digital stuff stays forever in the real world, even though they found that in the second movie. So then the entirety...
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. So the entirety of the movie is her finding that and then trying to keep it away from the bad guy. And Ares is like, I want to live forever then. So then they find a way to do it. And then the movie ends. Essentially.
So honestly, that is exactly how the movie is, and it sounds absolutely terrible whenever you say it.
Well, I mean, the story fucking sucks. It's the worst part of the movie by far. It is like
it does.
Comprehensible sometimes.
But usually whenever you go through summaries, like I'm like going through like in my head as it's going, and I was like, damn,
I really hit.
That's really what I watched.
I really hit every beat of the movie in that one little bit.
My notes also offered to do the summary because I had an alternate, very spiteful way of doing the summary, but we'll keep it.
I don't think this is so. It's bad. It's obviously bad, but to me, it felt like a group project where 3 of the 5 people really didn't try at all. The actors, the writers, even the cinematography for the most part. But then the 2 remaining people were like, fuck, dude, I want to get a good grade on this at least somehow. So they tried to make the visuals look pretty interesting. And then the music was so fucking good, dude. I really enjoyed the music. I was working at Skylar's dad's auto body shop the other day, and I listened to the entire 9 Inch Nails soundtrack 3 times over. It's so smooth. It's really
so good. It is definitely the biggest and basically only takeaway from the movie. This soundtrack is so good. Yeah, mine are too.
Yeah,
and honestly, like even after like that day at work, I listened to it like later that day, and I was like, huh, Am I really not remembering it like as much as I thought? And yeah, I did not. It is so much better.
Because they are.
I'm glad I got to see it in the theater.
Me too. I kind of. Okay, I think I'm gonna say this, and you're gonna judge me, but one of the news bits that we're gonna talk about in the media segment is gonna justify it a little bit. I think I want to see the movie again, and I want to see it with. But no, I'll explain. I want to see it with better surround sound because I saw it at the one that's in Bridgeville, Austin, and like that sound is good. But I want to see it in the Cinemark where like they have the entire speakers going around the entire stadium, so then I can hear the soundtrack that way. I'll go at like just. I'll go at $50 movie night where it's like $4. Don't judge me yet. We'll talk about it. It's not like the movie.
Can I give the second hot take of the podcast so far?
Yeah, go ahead.
Other than just rewatch. It was on third after Chan.
Okay, I wasn't a fan of the score. Actually, I didn't really care for it so much. Like whatever happened, it just kind of actually unimmersed me. If that makes sense. Like I was just like, okay, now I got this loud EDM noise, but it does vibe with the movie. Like it's perfect for the movie. I just did not like it. I have to be honest with y'all.
Movie. I think the soundtrack would have been so much better in a different movie, in a better movie. You know, like a movie that's followed like
the soundtrack.
It's very like neon, and I think that goes along with like the
totally
this music.
But this
I don't know.
Writing,
I still like it. Preferably.
Acting was so bad. It was just.
Hey, don't.
Who was the worst actor? Who do you guys think was the worst actor in the movie? I think there's going to be a different answer for everyone.
I think so too. Zach, start us off.
I think it was Eve. She was terrible. It was embarrassing how bad she was sometimes. Like especially, I don't think this is the worst one, but I think this is the most noticeable because of how long the camera stayed on her. Was whenever Ares was like, "Eve, get out of here," and she was like. And it just was like some of the worst acting I've ever seen on two actors. I don't think Jared Leto was the worst actor in this movie, but it's not like he was killing it either. But that scene in specific was like
surprisingly wasn't the worst.
That made me sad.
He was in the upper half.
Yeah, I would say that.
He almost made me forget about all of his heinous stuff that he does during his on-set stuff.
I have a feeling
similar. If nobody else agrees with you, I agree with you. I almost forgot about it. That's because I was like, wow, that bright side in this movie is probably the Leto and the music.
Sure, okay. That's a bold statement there, Skylar. I wouldn't say he's like,
how many other good things do you have?
He's amazing though. That's my point. I'm like,
bad. If he said that,
I think he is. I think he is.
Said the thing, I'd agree with you 100%, but he did not say that. Yeah, he did not say that.
That would be crazy if you said that. But related to Jared Leto, I went to go see this with a work friend and his fiance, and she didn't know anything about the movie. She hasn't even seen Tron Legacy, like anything at all. So the movie started, and you don't see Jared Leto's face until like 15 minutes in, like after it gets 3D printed and the mask undoes. When the mask went transparent, Peyton went, "What the fuck?" It was so funny. She turned to Billy and was like, "He's in everything."
He destroys everything.
I know that was okay. That's probably my funniest part of the entire movie. I'm gonna be honest. It had nothing to do with the movie itself.
If we want to keep going with the terrible actors, I think I want to go with Julian Dillinger. Dude never did anything. I think he was actually like one way or the other. I never cared whenever he was on screen.
I liked him. I thought I just like his actor, and I know he's a good actor. And like his character was just poorly written. Like he wasn't even the.
That's
all right. That's another point. Is he the villain of the movie?
I don't think so.
Yes. See, exactly. Like
100% he's the.
But he's not though. At the end, it's a theme at the end.
Yeah, like he wanted Eve to die. He wanted her to die.
Well, just because
he was a bad guy. He's not the bad guy.
But
like the climax wasn't that.
Athena was essentially like Clue again, where she just did exactly what Evan Peters said. This was like, it's not this deep, obviously. The movie didn't think about this much, but it's essentially like if Kevin Flynn was right. This movie was pretty smart actually, but it was essentially if Kevin Flynn was a bad guy and he intended for that to act out. So Athena was like the main physical villain, but she was enacting the rule of Evan Peters, especially since like she scanned him and he didn't give a fuck whenever she killed his mom. So that kind of
solidified crazy
that he was the main villain. Not that it fucking matters. It doesn't matter. I don't think anyone thought about this movie enough.
I feel like he cares.
He cared
because he grabbed
just a little bit.
It's like, what?
I think that
what
he to it was bad acting / bad writing.
But she scanned him, and it was like no resilience to this or whatever. So I was like okay with it.
Not that he could die. I said, yeah. I mean, it was too late. And I swear at like the end of the movie, he was like trying, like he at least like slowly, he's like, why are you doing this? And like was like, kind of she's taking it too far because she was following her directive, like
right before
too closely.
But then he just was like, go kill her.
I mean,
not that
I think it was at the writing.
Yeah, I was like, not that it fucking matters. Again, the writing in this movie, especially for the villains, is non-existent. So we're talking about it more than they talked about it in the writer's room. So
the thing is, though, there was like this character development point for Athena, and I'm curious of your guys' take for that. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Because
it makes no sense. Because if you guys notice, there's 2 points in the movie where our 2 main AIs get some sort of development just from seeing rain.
Yes,
and that's it. And for Jared Leto, I don't even want to call him Ares. I know his acting wasn't bad or whatever, but he was playing an emotionless robot. So it's like Ryan Reynolds playing Ryan Reynolds. It's Jared Leto.
That's tough.
But the thing with Athena's moment is like it was like this big impactful thing, and I hated that scene, by the way. I'm gonna try not to derail, but like she was just like feeling unknown or whatever, and then she came back and like it somehow made her want to be even more of a homicidal maniac, and it makes no sense to me.
Yeah, totally. And the start of that like development, I was complaining to Skylar about this because it's probably not my least favorite part of the movie, but it's my most annoying part of the movie. Whenever Jared Leto was like, I could almost feel it, and she goes, "Feel? Dude, you're a fucking program. Google it. You know what that word means."
We need to stay on that for a bit because I'm sorry, that was one of the biggest things, and I think it's a trend in this movie, is that it doesn't continue anything. It's not even that it doesn't just acknowledge Tron Legacy. Like, if we throw Tron Legacy into the garbage completely and just do the OG Tron, the programs in the OG Tron were basically, like, sold humans. Like, they had, like, personality to them. They felt things for sure. Like, and then we just regress to the point where they're basically just robots and have no feeling or emotion. Like, they were scared to die in the first
Legacy over someone like a dead person that she was hanging out with at the bar. If you remember that, just like a program. And now there's just drones. What's about that?
It's annoying, and it's like it just shows that people I don't know, I guess didn't watch the original movies. Like, they just had someone do nice intro.
They watched the movies while on their phones and then like got the general vibe, and that's what they tried to go for with this movie. Go ahead, Chandler. Sorry.
I'm not actually, now that we're talking about it, like, I'm not surprised it doesn't like pick up or like relate to or keep in line with like the standards already placed by the first 2 films, because it doesn't correlate with those at all. Like we mentioned earlier, legacy that doesn't exist in this film. We don't see those 2 characters until the last minute of the movie.
Pisses me off because we actually do see them in the very opening bit, which I hate. I really hated that like news segment where we got shown everything. It was so cringe, and they brought up like an AI conversation that me and Billy looked at each other and were like,
I knew that was it.
Yeah. This is the movie, I'm walking out. Like, it's going to be so bad. But it ended up not it being a plot line that they dropped immediately. But they mentioned Sam in that, and that led me to believe that it was going to go somewhere. But,
because he stepped down.
Yeah, exactly. And then also,
that's so stupid.
That is stupid. But then also, it's hard for me to say that they didn't watch the movies because they had the Flynn Lives like logo in the thing, which. Yeah. Like no, you say yeah, but you don't get it fully because that wasn't a thing until the short film that was released with the Blu-ray of Tron Legacy, which follows Cillian Murphy and the guy who plays Ram in the first movie, where Sam announces that Flynn's alive. So then there's a cult that's built following Flynn inside of the video game called Flynn Lives, which I'm guessing is where Eve and her sister like they're trying to say that they came out of the cult or something like that. But what was the point of showing that you watched that short film when it didn't even connect into the movie at all? And also that short film was building up Cillian Murphy to be the next villain because he has another MCP. So like they built off of the MCP idea, but then dropped everything else with it. So it's like they're referencing it, but not understanding what would make a good reference or continuing it. And it's doing nothing but pissing me off. And it's really upsetting, you know? And
So they acted more like an Easter egg that actually contributed nothing.
It's just nostalgia bait. That was the entire movie.
It was a rotten.
Nostalgia bait. I love that.
Wait,
Actually, I agree with that so much. It's like
That's good.
yeah. You would get like 20 minutes of like stuff that doesn't make sense. It's like, hey, here's it.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, I was so mad, and I don't think I ever went back to it, but I was like, my other unpopular opinion, which might not be unpopular at this point, was like, I would have walked out of this movie genuinely if it weren't for the podcast. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, there was a point in the middle. I made a note about it. But like, it was just like, I was slightly happy when Bit came on the screen, and it made me upset that I was happy. I'm like, fuck you for bringing Bit. You know what?
That's
In all honesty, as dumb as a recreation of Kevin was, and like the fact that it was like I get that. I didn't hate them going back into the old world because the old world wasn't ever confirmed to be destroyed. So it was still existing somewhere. I think it was really dumb the way that they described Kevin being like a reverse of Ares, especially since Kevin didn't die in the original grid. I enjoyed seeing how they recreated all the original stuff, but like, I don't know. It really was just like
It doesn't make sense though.
yeah,
Like,
nostalgia bait.
it really was.
I'm like, and then maybe there's a different interpretation of this, but like in my mind, with the first two movies, the grid was like a comprehensive like world of the internet. Like, it wasn't like saved on your SSD drive, like, and everyone had their individual ones. And going from Tron 1982 to Tron Legacy, in my mind, that was the same world, just progressed.
He said
Like, and I
I had the same idea.
what?
in the flashback, he said we built a new grid. It's a different grid.
Yeah, I think I remember.
So they confirm it's a different grid.
Okay,
I will say, yeah, Austin, you're not alone in that. I was kind of confused.
I will give you that one then. That is fair. That's my lack of media.
They're trying to build a new world in that movie, right?
And yeah,
I thought it was like a metaphorical new world, like he's gonna revamp everything. But no, I can see that interpretation. Then maybe can we talk about like the retcons in this movie? I'm curious how.
I don't know. Yes, we can, but
Just a little, like, I don't know.
Well, the fact that Cora, they just forgot. They must have not even understood the movie in the slightest. Whenever
I thought the permanence code was going to turn out to be like the ISO DNA or something like that, which doesn't make sense really. Because my thing is with the permanence code, I don't think it's an awful concept if you hadn't watched the first two movies. Like, the whole goal of Clue was to get out into the real world and like become real. And we're just told that, like, hey,
if he did died immediately.
20 minutes. 9 minutes.
Exactly. And it's just, I don't know.
That makes it so
upset me.
embarrassing. It ruins like the entire end of that movie.
Yeah, and like, so even like, there's like something like right at the beginning that still just doesn't make that much sense to me.
That entire
So-
segment, I hated it. I wish I wrote down everything they said because it was like
intro.
yeah, almost every
Yeah, that was terrible.
pissed me off because it was saying shit that I know Kevin would never say because they're just trying to like push some stupid AI idea, and then the news was talking about how different things were going to change the world, and then Kim said some stupid ass line like AI might not be good, but it'll allow you to connect with dead ones. What the fuck are you on about?
And that was the motivation. That's why she was our protagonist.
Yeah.
I'm like, the whole movie, I'm like, why? Like, and this was my alternate description of the movie. I'm like, it's just two CEOs battling to profit off of AI,
Yeah.
and then one commits genocide.
Yeah, that's literally what it is. It's so
That's also really actually two completely different movies, but the same movie.
yeah. You just like have no connection.
By the
to
way,
any-
it's our protagonist that commits the genocide, if that wasn't clear.
So my main problem is that straight at the beginning, we're getting told that Julian Dillinger is trying to get this permanence code so he can sell it to the military. And then they only have like 29 minutes, and then they can just be like infinitely remade. Essentially, because if there was a cost or anything to this, like either they're so rich that it just straight up doesn't matter, or it basically costs zero because it's like the entire movie and like there's like no power outage that like you would expect from, creating something from nothing, as they say. And then like when they get the permanence code, they say to Ares, this is your one time. How is that a better solution? You get an AI soldier one time versus one that's 29 minutes that can be infinitely brought back. How is that better? How is that better?
You just made a dude. Oh, what the fuck? You just made a normal soldier.
One soldier here. Instead of, I made you a 29-minute timer that can be infinitely brought back. And Chandler, I think your point is he can bring infinite soldiers one time. But if Ares is like the perfected model, wouldn't every soldier after Ares be a downgrade? And so,
yeah, you're right.
Each every single time.
Or no, hear me out. What if they like Ares trained in the digital in the grid? Just have them train there where they can be revived, and then once they're like Ares level, bring them to the real world.
Yeah, but let's be honest here. I don't think the 30-minute time limit was a problem at all. They did a lot of damage in that time, and it's like it's essentially like a bomb that leaves no trace. So you just send something out there, they fuck up an entire area, and then they just disappear.
Yeah,
that's
you're right.
Military weapon.
Search and destroy.
Yeah, especially you can bring vehicles too, and the vehicles are really fast.
Yeah,
and cause a shit ton of damage too.
What did you guys think of that dynamic of like the 29-minute clock, like the timer? Did you guys think that was very specific for 29 minutes, or did you like
it? Makes sense. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
No, that's kind of like where
sorry, but like I was preemptively defending it against Guy. But I'm like, I think it makes sense because it couldn't have been more, because then it's like, who really cares? Like if it's like, oh, it's only a 46-hour timer, and you're like, whatever. And if it was less, then we couldn't have had like the character development moments in like the car, which I hated, by the way, but like
that was so cringe. They wanted that to be
that was the crux of the movie.
Solar they wanted that to be the solar sail scene so bad, and it won.
Yeah. Austin, my main defense against that is 46 hours is like, it's whatever, but it's not like this movie is consistent with timing. Regardless, you could have said like was garbage you wanted, and it would not have. It either would have been too much, or it was never going to be perfect.
You're right.
And I feel like they just picked 29 minutes to be like only 29. That. Like I think that was the whole purpose. Like there's just no way, because there was like one point where Ares and Athena had to bring back Eve, and it was like. They had like 5 minutes left and they didn't even get to her yet. How in the world were they going to make it back if it took them that long?
That's a great.
So they were going to fail regardless. So the movie was going to make a way where they somehow get back in time if they got it.
Yeah. And then also at the end, the resonator moves insanely slow. And she was out like after the resonator was shot down for like fucking 15 minutes. So there was no sense at all. They didn't keep track of any of the time whenever it came to that. It was really dumb. I honestly really wish it was like an inconsistent time. Like every time they got printed, they got a new different time, and just the average was 29 minutes. That's what I interpreted it at the very beginning of the movie when she was like 24 minutes. He goes 29. I've got it up to 29. And like the better the program he makes, the longer it can go or something like that.
I don't know if I would like that more or less. I feel like that would play more into the we needed it to be this long, so it kind of makes sense. Like, I get what you're saying, but I don't think it would work well with this movie.
It gets longer, like as he dies and gets recreated and learns more stuff, like he goes out and his time's 30 minutes and 45 minutes and something like that.
They would just keep murdering it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point, Austin. I don't know. It doesn't fucking matter. It's such a Just
My point is, I think it's an unfixable problem. The thing, they literally did it for no reason.
It's the permanence code thing is just bad. Like it doesn't. The problem is that they use that as a plot device because it doesn't make sense in the universe that we've established.
I want to go off of one more thing that's kind of related to Chan, and I'll start with him. So what do you think about the name of this movie, Tron Ares, specifically the Tron portion?
Oh my gosh, dude.
dude.
You're so right. You're so right.
There's a commenter that said he was never going to watch the movie because Tron wasn't in it. He was like, "What's the point of a Tron movie with no Tron?" That's so fair. It's totally fair.
What about Legacy? I'm sorry, but like
Tron's in it. Tron's objectively in the
was Legacy in that movie.
He was in there.
Legacy.
He is objectively in the movie. And I guess at the beginning of this movie, they were like, "You're the protector of the grid." So I guess they're trying to make Ares the new Tron. No.
Dude, that's a straight up lie. He was actually attacking for the entire portion of this movie. Yeah. It's to become a motor, just like world tour person who just goes around with his motorcycle because that's the closest thing you can have to a light bike.
You caught it at the end of the bike. Sorry.
Thank you.
I think Chan was answering.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say that. Yeah, it's just tarnishes the whole name of Tron, the whole brand. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, Zach, but like, I was kind of at moments waiting for Tron to appear. I was like,
I did too.
this is
I was so confident he was in the show.
insert Tron,
Especially,
and yeah, it just didn't happen
I was so confident he was going to show up in the old world.
because he turned blue. Like you see him survive at the end of when he falls into the water. Speaking of falling into water, my biggest gripe with this film is whenever they were crashing down in like the grid area and they survived after they hit and broke the water.
Physics, man.
Yeah, skaters and shit, whatever. Fuck.
Dude, oh my gosh.
All right. Does anyone have, I have one more thing I want to say before we go into like the favorite, least favorite, funniest, and number. And it's
we should move on. I got one more. So
the confusion of the Dillinger stuff. Because
Thank you. Okay.
that upset me a lot.
Sorry.
Because I mentioned it earlier. There's a family tree, and they tried to make it be like this is a different sibling from the one that we saw in Legacy. But that doesn't make any fucking sense. Because if Dillinger left the company in the first movie to make his own company, why would his son then immediately go back into NCOM and then they recognize him as if he's some great thing when there's other company that's competing right there?
Dillinger Systems did not exist until this movie, and they said that they've been battling for 40 years, yet we had a movie however many years ago, and they didn't exist. Like, and they have the grid. They have the grid, though. Sorry, I'm like, that makes me upset. Go ahead.
I don't think Tron Legacy really counts. I think this movie's a standalone. Just from the name.
It is.
It's a reboot, essentially.
I don't think you can say that because like it does the worst possible combination of both because it acknowledges Sam existed. It acknowledges he came out and became the CEO and then just dipped for some reason. The lack of acknowledgement of Korra means they did nothing with that.
I'm gonna change the world.
I'm gonna be this everyone for a year and then fuck off. So,
Is the worst retcon like Sam not fulfilling his promise at the end of the second movie?
Yes, because
Is that the word? And you don't think it's the worst one?
What is the word?
I don't think it is.
I think
But
unless you could do a better one, like I'm not sure if I
is
could.
on you not knowing the plot of the previous movie, and that pissed me off throughout the entire thing. I just was like, this is my favorite movie, and the end of the movie is I'm gonna go do what this movie is about. Like it's just so dumb. That bothered me the most. I'm sorry.
It'll be sorry. Then if we're off of that point, my last one is just my one last card before we get into the finance, because a lot of this is me just raging at scenes. So a lot of it is like specific lines that I was typing up. Oh, so I'll save it for the
news
least favorite.
Oh no.
And the favorite, least favorite, because that's more.
I thought you were going to say something else.
Save for that because it would go well with my score. But both companies cause like trillions of dollars of damage. Neither of these should be really like free at all. Like they both destroyed like large parts of the city, caused millions of damage. Both CEOs committed blatantly obvious crimes. throughout the entire thing. Like Eve Kim stole multiple vehicles, crashed multiple vehicles, caused property damage on extraordinary levels. And then Julian Dillinger hacked into Encom, which isn't all that bad itself, but they created some things that caused trillions of dollars of property damage. Again, had murder happen at his thing, and that is ran from the police. There is no way either of these companies should exist after this movie. They both are going to be so far into debt, just from like a financial perspective. Because I mean, technically they hinted at another movie. So if either of these exists in the next one, somehow they were forgiven.
What's the next one? That's a bold statement.
Which one is it? Wait, are you saying? Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. You said they hinted at another movie. Are you referring to like
The end credit, or like
Dillinger? Like Dillinger? Are we sure that was actually like a nod to a sequel, or was it just like I don't?
So
I thought it was okay. So you know what? Now I think of it, he's gonna join there and have like a user powers. But the way I saw it was like the whole place was in disarray because it got shut down.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be a living hell for him. Actually, that's how my perspective was like, this is jail for him. This is prison. This is his consequence of his mother and whatever he's doing, transpiring. Do you think there's an actual movie where he still is? I wouldn't. There's no way there's gonna be another. Yeah. There's no way there's gonna be another movie where he's the villain. He was not good enough as the villain.
I think that if they make another one, he will be the villain. Like,
yeah, I think it's going to be. If I had to guess,
well, Sark. It's Sark because Sark typed in the program to initiate Evan Peters going into the world, and then he ended up getting into the Sark's like suit whenever they like upgraded him or whatever. But like, I think that's also stupid because Sark died in the first one. It would make more sense if it was the MC.
No one will remind that.
Well, it came up quickly.
I think he was just taking his role.
No, whenever the text came up before Evan Peters was sent into the grid, it said like Sark initiating program, Sark initiating.
Wow.
Send.
Oh shit.
You're right. Just
makes no sense.
I know. It's so dumb.
The title of the next one's going to be. It's going to be Tron.
Sark.
Ares Legacy.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna happen. Awesome, that's gonna happen in like 40 years. Whenever people look at
2062.
Yeah,
in 2062, Tron,
Ares Legacy,
Ares Legacy, or Legacy Ares.
When people it's like that's not even classic actually. Like you guys actually don't realize the complexity behind Tron Ares.
Oh, it's actually probably gonna be Ares Tron Legacy.
Yeah,
maybe. They might switch it up for this one because it's not the same.
Because Ares...
I mean, Ares isn't going to be in this movie?
No, either of them are.
It's actually Legacy.
Wins forever. That's a new character. And then the one after that will be Tron, or Ares Tron Legacy.
Yes. The sun. Legacy.
Yes, Rue's my favorite franchise. Yes.
Exactly. This movie did way worse than we could have. This movie did so much worse than we could have.
Just I'm missing. I am.
All right. Do we want to, Chan, did you have something you want to add before?
I honestly have probably so much that I did say, nor did we say, but honestly, like, to respect what we said earlier, we can move on. We can move on.
I think this is points. Bring it up. You got some points.
Let me cook. Actually, no, honestly, we've said everything now. I'm looking at it. Probably.
There's probably like extra notes on one scene.
I mean, I know we're giving Dillinger a lot of hate, but I actually kind of liked him as a character. I actually thought it was funny a couple of times. It's probably where I found the most humor.
Don't say the thing I hate. I'm so worried that someone's going to say the line that my least.
I have 2 lines written down.
I have it in quotes, bro. I quoted that, dude.
I have
2 in quotes.
If anyone likes that scene, you're fucking stupid. Sorry, continue.
Oh man, I really hope I have the right scene now. I'm going to go.
Who wants to go first? Who wants to go first?
You know what? You can start it off. This is your franchise. You deserve to hate it.
My least favorite scene in the movie is the scene where he's on the phone with AJ. Crazy, I remember that guy's name, by the way, because he has like 4 lines in the entire movie, and one of them is "That's why I have a camera on this." And the other one was "Cowboy Time." That was the only other line that I remember out of that useless character.
That's a good one.
Evan Peters is on the phone with him, and he ends the phone by yelling "end of line," which is the dumbest callback in the entire movie, in my opinion. Not only because it was cringe, but because it doesn't make sense in the scene at all. Because the reason it was said in the first movie was because that's how the program ended conversations. It was said in the second movie for a plethora of reasons. One, because Clue was referencing that thing from the first movie. Two, it was the name of the bar. Three, it was the end of the line for that dude. And also he was leaving. It was the end of the line for him. This one, it just was, he was saying it because it was said in the other movie. And it really, I crossed my arms and did this for a little bit at that point. I was like, all right, I'm 100% out. You're going to have to play some good music to make me even slightly interested.
They did, though.
Are we sure a program didn't create the script of this movie?
No.
It could be AI, dude. It could be AI.
I was thinking that exact. I genuinely thought like this could have been written by AI. Like that's like what was going through my brain during this because it was just like
you're right.
Flop.
It's like if because AI is just like if it has a baseline understanding of whatever you look up. It's like if you got a baseline understanding of Tron and then tried to write the story of that. That's so bad.
So do we think that they were like, oh, we said Ares was coming out soon. Jet, it's Tron Legacy and Tron about. Hey, can you write a script for a third? Oh shit, this is a banger. And then they put it out. Like, there's no way. There's no way I'd let you know whether this movie.
They shelved this movie. It was done for a while. Jared Leto was like, nah, dude, this shit cooks. I want this released. And that
makes sense that this would be early ChatGPT writing too. ChatGPT could do something better than this.
Only cooks because it's not one of his worst films.
Yeah,
it also tries to profit off of the whole AI stuff like that's going on in the world right now. In a world where AI has existed for like 50 years, like
they're probably making this movie during like the Will Smith spaghetti AI.
Yeah,
the first one.
Yeah, I mean, a close contender for my second least favorite scene, or honestly, it was my least favorite scene until the end of the line bit, was the very beginning of the movie. I really hated that. It was immediately throwing me into disarray because it just threw away everything related to like the previous scripts, what I knew about the characters, and just what I wanted this movie to be. I had an emotional roller coaster at the beginning of this movie. I'm just going to be honest with that because my favorite scene in the movie is the very following scene after the news segment where we heard in it from Nine Inch Nails as we see Jared Leto like get programmed and then we watch him train a bit. Austin, I don't care if you don't like it. That like 3-minute.
No, that was mine too.
Oh, damn. Okay. It's so tough, dude. For a second, I was telling Skylar this. I went from arms crossed, this is as bad as Until Dawn, to oh fuck, we might have a Tron Legacy situation going on here.
and I thought the same thing. Can I add one more thing to that? Not to interrupt what you said, but like, I hate that I think that that's so cool. But like, I was sitting there in the theater, and it's not just that like it's a cool fighting scene. That's how AI actually progresses.
Yes.
And I'm like, I just love that. It's just like it keeps going. Like he was just getting sauced at first. Like he woke up murked. Yeah, he comes back. He's like one block, and then like slowly progresses. I'm like, kind of freaking cool. And the 3D printing stuff.
Yes,
sorry. I'm like,
I love the 3D printing. It looks so cool.
Except I'm gonna be a nerd here because I'm into 3D printing. I have a 3D printer. I was like, oh, they got the supports too. I'm like, that's kind of cool. And like how they had the like support structures that you need for 3D printing.
Useless, right? Because what are they?
The supports on top and all of the supports outside are useless. What matters is the internal support. So like whenever they made the ship, like the whole thing is like you need to print from like ground to like height.
There should be things inside of it.
There should be things inside the ship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sense, yeah.
And I'm like, I think that's representative of the movie because it's like, here's a callback to something, and then like, but we don't get it at all.
I didn't think about that. I'm kind of
sorry. Yeah, I'll jump off my soapbox, but yeah, I thought.
No, that's a great point though, because I didn't even think about that at all. It just like everything else within the movie, it's like they had a decent idea, got a baseline understanding of it, and ran with it without actually like fully grasping what they were trying to go with. But yeah, that was my favorite part of the movie. I even kind of liked it up until Eve was introduced, actually, because I even though Evan Peters, like, we didn't know anything about him, he just seemed like a generic bad guy. At that point in the movie, I was like, oh, we can still get development for this character. And I enjoyed the idea that was brought up. From Eve on, it just was kind of continuously downhill for me for the most part, with like small glimpses where the score and the visuals lined up in a way that made me like neuron activate, like monkey style. That was like the only thing that kept me going throughout the movie, was the score and some of the visuals. Funniest scene, I don't think there is a specific Skylar, what was the one I said yesterday? I said a funny moment in the movie. I can't remember.
I think you just said the one character.
Oh, the funny guy? I don't know.
Yeah.
Funny though. I never thought he was like
Really?
funny.
Yeah.
I just was I think I said I'm happy that he wasn't in the movie more, because I think funny characters can be overwhelming, and I think funny characters should be stayed as like D or E characters. And I thought that was, well,
What did you say?
fine. I'll say the funny scene is in the elevator where he fist bumps him. That's my funny scene in the movie, or the scene, or the bit at the
That makes me angry.
Why?
Like, that elevator scene is the most MCU Disney like entertainment
So what else
slop
was funny in the
this.
movie?
I'd argue there's a couple things, but not for good reasons. Not for
That's
their intentions.
If I were to pick like the only time in the movie in which I actually laughed, it was when Peyton had that reaction to seeing Jared Leto on the screen. That was the funniest bit to me. It was right at the beginning. I don't know. I don't like the neuron part activation part of my brain wants me to say that this wasn't a complete and total bastardization of a series that I love and have loved ever since I was a kid. And then also same with the nostalgia and the fact that I'm just trying to really want this series to be good to some degree. But like, man, this movie fucking sucks. And it's really just the music and some of the CG and the fact that the Joker from Gotham was in it for a small section. That was kind of like the only thing that made me even feel anything during the movie. And it really sucks because I fucking love the soundtrack. It's really amazing. If you hate this movie and you completely ignored the sound, just go listen to the album again. It's really, really great. At least in my opinion, it is. And that like is a lot of movies. I really don't know what I'm going to give it a score. I'm kind of just stalling at this point.
Just come back to it if you want.
Yeah, let's come back with my number, because like I've been violently bouncing between like 2 and 5.5 ish. So like I think regardless, I'm gonna give it a number with like a kissy face emoji, because I don't look at this movie with other disdain and hate, but it's definitely not good. I'm gonna pass it to Austin. I want to hear what he says.
So we're doing scenes, then summary, and then score. So I'll do funniest first, and I was about to do this for my least favorite scene, but I changed it because I didn't have a funniest, to be honest. I disagreed with you, Zach. But I'm like, what else am I gonna do for it? And I'm choosing to look on the bright side that however bad this scene is, it's funny to watch and would be funny to watch and rewatch. But it's like when Eve gets like her bike messed up and Athena's chasing her, and like she just shoots her bike at Athena and like rockets her off like 3 stories, and then Athena doesn't die for whatever reason. And then like she looks down and she looks at the bike, tries to get it to work, and then Athena's running up and they're trying to make it so hard look like menacing.
Billy thought it was so fucking funny. Just going.
And also that's another thing with Athena, like specifically, like I don't know what they told that actress, but like they were just like, have you seen the Terminator? Imagine if the Terminator was less human and the walk and talk like that. Because like she walked like this the entire time and she ran like that. And her footsteps are so loud and she was like grunting while it was happening. And it was so awful because it was trying to be a serious scene. And but in hindsight, that's a funny good scene.
Yeah, it's goofy.
I think
Go
I
ahead, Sky.
definitively decided on my number before Austin goes. I don't want to cop out and just change it to what his would be. I'm going to say 4.
Okay. I think Athena's like one of the only people in this movie that genuinely tried. Like in every scene, she seemed like a robot. She's like,
Come on.
it was on purpose.
Yeah.
She genuinely committed. I'm a robot. I'm a robot. I'm a robot. In every single scene she's in.
This
She's
shit's
not a robot. So it's a robot. But like she committed to that. She still if she was to act like a robot, she acted like a robot. So
You're true.
that was just one thing.
Yeah.
I noticed.
Yeah, that's the director's fault, not hers. I like she committed to it, and yeah, I'm not gonna knock the actress because it was a different direction, but it wasn't a wrong direction. It wasn't bad acting if you were told to act like a robot, which she might have been. So yeah, that was the funniest. There's so many for least favorites, and like it's so tough because a lot of them are like just one-liners, like whenever I think it was Ares was like, it's all in the wrist, and then just, oh no, sorry, the freaking funny guy was like, it's all in the wrist, and he presses a button, and then it like, you do nothing, whatever. Or when he's just like, or Ares is like, a wise guy once told me, and it was Kevin Flynn about 2.5 minutes previously. But no, I think
quoted Frankenstein after reading Frankenstein in the AI scene. Also, fun fact, wait, actually, I'll keep talking, Austin. I'll bring my fun fact out to show visually.
Okay. I'm going to say it is, for me, I think the car scene. Like, whenever they're doing their whole, I don't know, emotional connection journey, and, like, they're trying to pack as much. Oh, Frankenstein.
Frankenstein is Ares, the exact same one.
Oh, you're so cool. You're so cool, Zach. Yeah.
Is that quote indeed from the? Oh, he can't hear us. He can't forget. He can't.
We'll come back to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything with like what Ares is saying and all this stuff about him all of a sudden having like this weird thing for this 80s like electronic band, like when like did that it made no sense, and it continued, and like really that entire like scene with him and Eve, that is where I was genuinely like, I want to leave this movie. I'm like, I don't. The car scene, like when they're like driving together, and really like that whole interaction, like the 29 minutes they were together, I wanted to leave the movie because I'm like, I don't know what we're trying to do here. I'm like, I genuinely don't know the goal of this movie. I'm not rooting for anyone. I dislike all of the characters. I was a little bit spiteful towards Zach. I'm like, damn you for having this podcast. I could just leave if it were. I'm joking.
I would have made you watch this movie regardless, dude. You know that.
I know. I would have watched this movie. I would have watched it regardless. But I'm saying I would have left. And like, I don't think it's the worst movie I've ever seen necessarily, because there are pros. But God, I just was not having a good time. Yeah, okay, so I did funniest, favorite scene. Yeah, I had the AI thing at the beginning. The AI development. But I'm gonna give it to just the sequence where Ares is saving Eve, and there's the big like eye blast of visuals that are going on that are cool. It was cool.
Nice. There's a great I don't remember the name of the song. I'll try to find it, but there's a fantastic song playing during that section. So that's a good scene, Austin.
It was a good scene. The jumping out of the building. I agree with you, Chan, on the water thing. But the whole chase scene, I'm like, I like the light stuff. It was cool.
Sure.
I'll give a brief overview and then just my score, but I hated this movie. Like, I'm like, it wasn't like, I genuinely hated this movie. Like, I think the biggest part for me, and I said it previously, is that there's not a single character in this movie I remotely like. And it's not just because of bad acting. There's nothing in this movie that makes me want to like the characters. Like, I don't like, I feel like disliking Eve gives the vibe of the same people who like disliked Rey from Star Wars. And I'm like, I don't think it's the same thing, because like, she genuinely has no reason for the audience to be supporting her, like, at all. Like, she's literally
they never explained that. How did she become the CEO? They just said she was.
We're like, so why are we like, we feel bad because her sister died and she took over for Sam, and we're just supposed to be like, okay, that's our protagonist now. Like, she didn't even directly say the good things she was going to do with the AI stuff. Like,
it was just moving up in the two different sections, the software development and the video game section, but they didn't say that until halfway through the movie. Whenever they
thank you for saying that. I forgot about that, and that was one of the reasons why I hated her, is because she got like credit for just taking Kevin Flynn's old game and revamping it, and that was like her thing. I'm like, she's just doing what they're doing with Ares, and like we're supposed to like her. Like she's just profiting off of an old game, and she's like, her sister was like, Flynn would be so proud of you. Like, fuck off, he would. What are you talking about? Like, he would be pissed that you're bringing his game back from the grave just to make money off of it. And I don't know. I hated it. There was just like a severe lack of anything to enjoy or like in this movie besides the visuals and the sound. I would give it a 1. I'm not gonna lie, but because of the visuals and the sound, I'm gonna buff it up 2 points, so it's gonna be a 3.
I said 2, but I'm not so sure. All right, Matt. That's so crazy. Let's go.
Sky knows me. Sky knows me.
Also, I gave 3
Actually,
points for
since
visual,
mine.
1 point for visual. That's so we're kind of similar.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm off the box. Sorry. Popcorn Chan.
That's for Lost Guy.
Okay. Yeah. Sky, you gonna guess my number 2?
I wanted to give it.
I gotta hear your favorite, least favorite.
Nothing. Can I say like a lot of one and not a lot of the other? I did actually kind of have a scene that I did care for. I don't know if I only like this scene because I'm pulling at strings here and I need to have something to like about the film, right? I stayed there for like 2 hours. I'm not going to come out without something that I pulled up from it. I do think the visuals were really cool. I love the 3D printing. I thought it looked so sick. But when it came to the lasers or like the trails that these vehicles left behind, do you remember during like that fight scene, the dog fight, where this was when really late, but like there was like a fighter jet
Oh, and they cut the
somehow in the mix? Yeah, but like it was stuck like between like 2 light rails. Like, and I just thought that was kind of neat.
yeah.
Not like that's practical whatsoever, but I just thought it looked cool for how it all played out.
Ozzy too. I mean, he jumped out of the ship, but he was just like, "I'm going down. I'm using my ship as a missile." I thought that was cool. That's a good point.
Yeah, so I mean, if I have to say, like, what didn't that take like an hour and 50 minutes though to show up on screen? Hour and 40 minutes. So that's sad to say that that's one of my favorite scenes from. But yeah, the visuals were just pretty good, and you guys mentioned that earlier. I'm just gonna stick with my least favorite being them falling into water. Like it's not like the worst thing about the film, but that's like one thing that immediately like took me out. Like this would be my holding the gun mode, holding the barrel of the gun for you, Zach.
Yeah.
And that like immediately like triggered you. Like this kind of triggered me.
Okay.
Just because I always thought like, oh yeah, if you fall from a great height, as long as you like pencil dive that, you're fine. And after like letting out, nothing's gonna save you from hitting the plane of water. That should have like, come on, bro.
It's a
Come on.
computer world. I thought the exact same thing too. I was like, oh, they're so dead. But
Why was that water not violently blue? You know what I mean? Like all of their water in the past has been like insanely blue,
it's the
and it was just dark water.
Dillinger grid. He doesn't make good water. It's polluted water.
There's so many things to like to pick at this. What, am I supposed to say funny now? Am I supposed to say that?
I guess if you have one.
You said your favorite scene was just something neat, so you're pulling at strings here already. So yeah,
Can you guess my number yet?
I had my guess released at the end.
Oh, okay. So I got mentioned this before. I kind of like Dillinger. I like his character. He's Quicksilver. He isn't in the Jeffrey Dahmer.
He's so good in that. So good in that.
So he's probably one of my favorites in the film. I liked whenever he was glazing himself in the very beginning, like in the early portion of the film, and he's like, "Damn it, I'm awesome." When he literally is doing nothing, it's just a program that he said enter on and is doing everything for him. I don't know. I just like that whole bit when he was glazing himself and thinking he's the shit when he, of course, wasn't. But is that again? That's not really that funny. It's I feel like it's not like landing that feel. Huh?
They didn't mean you to feel that in that situation. I don't.
Yeah. No, they did it. But Yeah, sadly, that's like all I got to give. Oh yeah, no, my summary. My numbers change a lot during a review of this. I will like. It's sad that my number was decently high, but that's because I was treating this as a standalone. Like, there's no point in which I was like, this relates, and because I was thinking of it out like as itself. I was giving it a higher score. But come on, no, it's part of a trilogy. It's meant to solidify, or it's supposed to be geared towards Tron fans. We should review it like it's supposed to be a good Tron,
Especially after watching
finale.
it.
So yeah, no, visuals are great. Music is good. Personally, not my forte, but I'm gonna give it a 5. I'll give it a 5 because it can be enjoyable.
I think it's gonna get.
Damn, I thought you was like a 2.
And that's what I had. The 2.5. The scene was neat.
I'm embarrassed to say what my number was because it's
when I left the theater, I gave it a 6.5 initially because I was like, I'm being serious.
What?
Well, I saw it. I saw it with
Can.
Oh, what? What did you?
I had it at a 7.5. I had it at a 7.5 when we went back to there. Yeah.
The music was 100% like blinding.
But he did like the music.
I know. That's what I was. You said you have not said a single good thing about this movie.
Oh yeah, it's cool. It's kind of like in retrospect, I'm now learning that like it was really bad, but maybe I was trying to
It's entertaining.
Justify it because you thought Zach might like it.
No. Zach, I value your opinions, but I could care less. Like this was your
So bad.
favorite movie.
So bad.
That's what they say. There was a girl in the theater that said this was her favorite movie since I don't know, like something like Despicable Me or whatever. And I don't know, maybe it's funny. That like resonated. So I'm trying to give it a higher number, not for her. That's I don't know.
I feel that's actually this is the first movie she's watched since Despicable Me. That's the only thing she's watched. And
I thought she was crazy for that take too, but no, it's objectively not good. I was actually trying. I think it's because I was probably I want more Tron. I want more Tron stuff, and this needed to be that movie, or we might never see it again.
Yeah, I think that's what.
But it did not. Yeah,
I like the music, and I was like, man, I really want more. I want more so bad. Give me more Tron, but no, because first bit of news for this week is that Tron opened to, drumroll please, less than the first release of Morbius, which is fucking insane.
Jared Leto breaking records. So look at that
record. Proud of himself.
He deserves that and more. We're gonna get any less.
It's so upsetting, man. Like I understand that like the movie's bad, but come on. I was hoping at least someone was excited for this, and it would at least makes like something on opening night and then have a crazy drop off. But nope. I found this out the hard way because I was buying tickets. I ended up buying tickets day of because every day I kept checking and just no one was buying tickets in advance for this movie. And I was like, fuck, this is not going to make any money.
I bought mine literally like 2 hours before.
Yeah.
And I was one of 4 people in my theater.
Yeah, my whole row is empty. I was all by myself.
In my row, total people in the theater, including me and my mom.
Damn.
On the Saturday of opening weekend.
We finished Friday. So at 6, right before 7.
Yeah, mine was also at Phoenix, but whatever. It's not gonna make money. Tron is destined to never be popular. It's okay. I mean, this time it's justified because the last 2 movies were good, like for their games. Whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Stupid guys up.
All right.
Oh, Sky's going. I completely forgot.
Yeah. Jumped in the news.
Yeah, I did. I was so I was hurt because I went and I checked the news and I was like, fuck, dude, we have like no news. We need to fill some time. Sorry, continue, Sky.
Of course, shall I? Yeah. I'll start off with damn. Yes, but I don't think I have anything. And I was gonna go to favorite and I don't know if I have anything. So I'll go to I guess my least favorite, and it's just specific lines that happened in this movie. So one of them is, I think, like Chan, you said your least favorite was whenever he picked enter, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm awesome," or like anything like that, right?
Or no, I
Missed.
that
That was fun.
no, my funniest. Yeah. He was like, "Damn, I'm awesome," but he literally did nothing. Yeah.
So I think 30 seconds before that, maybe 30 seconds, he's typing away, and he does like a little. Sometimes you have to sacrifice your queen to sacrifice your knight to expose the queen.
Yeah.
I hit enter, and then it was, "Damn, I'm awesome." And that was. Wait, can we actually cringe? Like, I actually cringed. And I was like, oh my lord. I was like, there's actually no way. There's actually no way that those words were genuinely said and so they're not supposed to be funny.
I'm so glad you brought that up because I tried to find the analogy. Where was the knight and whatever he was doing? Like, what did he actually sacrifice something? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the sacrifice. I don't know the knight. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why he's awesome. That's it.
Yeah, just told Ares to move forward, and then that's what happened. No sacrifice happened. I mean, the Joker from Gotham lost a leg, and then I guess was deleted later on. But like that doesn't count. That was like barely a program.
Oh yeah.
Another one.
Wait, Joker from Gotham, and also he's in the Star Wars
Survivor. I was gonna say a nice
Survivor.
I was like, no, it's Cal Kestis.
Yeah.
When you said Joker, that went over me. I forgot that. Yeah.
So his name is Cameron.
There's so many cameos.
There were.
There's so many. Sorry, Sky. I'm so screwed interrupting.
No, you're good because I think I'm gonna do 2 least favorites because they're pretty tied. I had like a huge rant that I think I went on for like 40. I went on for like a while talking to Zach, and I was like, "Am I ridiculous for not liking this? Like, am I insane?" So, Zach, you might already know what I'm talking about, but so, they made like this whole like this is Flynn's old office, right? And they got all of his stuff, except for the one thing that Ares can come back with. They left one single thing in that building, and it was the thing that Ares used to come back to the real world. Why would they not take that? Is that not basically the most important part of his own office? Why is it still there? Why is it in the old Flynn's building? Is it just for the callback to Tron Legacy? Is that it?
I always thought it was too. I was pissed off.
I'm actually made me mad.
I understand where you're coming from.
I think, and that's something we didn't talk about, but the fact that the grid technology is just widely used now makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah,
and I think that's
the one innovation of the arcade went to it went to the legacy grid, not the old grid. So like that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
None of it makes sense. Like it shouldn't be there. And if they're not connected, they should not be connected, and that's why. But he's in the Ultron grid, goes back through the legacy, like particle. I forget what they call it.
Suck off device.
Thing. Yeah, particle put you back together device.
It sucks you into the game. It sucks you off into the game.
And then they just leave it. And they have like all of his other stuff. Like, I don't get it. So like that one actually made me mad. But like the one like chess reference, I think it was like supposed to be like, dude, that's so deep. That's so deep.
Oh my god, you watched Queen's Gambit.
And I think I really disliked those 2 scenes so much, and I borderline want to call the somehow you have to sacrifice your knight to expose their queen as my funniest. But I think it's the one like funny character in the movie. He's like talking. I don't even know what the like context of this is, but I know Ares is in the room, and I think they're looking at like the particle thing that they put Ares, like the old Tron one, and they go. Talk about a piece of garbage, right? And then he looks at Ares and goes, sorry, that was sensitive to say about your ancestors. And it's like, what? So I think I'll fix that.
Just put on about that. That's valid.
Crazy.
I'll take it.
That was just crazy. So I'll probably do that. I don't know. So I'll go to my favorite, and I'm like looking like I'm super, super negative right now, but it's just the movie's just like either consistently bad or consistently not good. And those are two different things in my mind.
Yeah.
But like, I want to say the best part is the, I don't know, like, I think it's the 3v1 fight with Ares and Athena at the end, because it was just like fight on screen. It was like, ooh,
And I
like
like how they dressed off the beams.
Yeah, that was cool.
Like how they used that to walk.
Yeah.
I thought
I like that cool.
yeah.
Yeah, so I think I want to call that one my favorite. But like, again, I was talking to this about Zach, but I didn't call it my favorite. I don't think I called it my favorite. I said I like it. He said, yeah, but immediately after that goes to 1v1, it's just garbage. It's just it cuts every couple seconds. And I don't like the 1v1. But the 3v1 I thought was pretty sick. And it kind of showed off why Ares is strong. He did take on 3 at once, I guess. Yeah, so those are my 3, and I'll go to my summary. So I think if you turned off your brain and pretended legitimately everything that happens in this movie is what happens in Tron and Tron Legacy, or you just don't remember because you're like, it's been so long, I just don't remember all the details. I think you'll like it. And I think you'll be like, you know what? This isn't a bad movie. I like the subtle references they had. I don't remember that they retconned half of it. So I give it 1 thumbs up. Not 2, but 1. Because it was Tron. Well, not Tron. It was Ares. Name Tron, I guess. So, like, I want to go with, like, I could genuinely see somebody actually enjoying this. Like Chandler said, like, that person genuinely enjoyed the movie. Which, like, I didn't hate it. That's the thing. Like, a part of me really wants to hate it. But like after, I'm like, I don't know if I hated it. Like, yeah, I don't know if I actually hated it that much. Like, would I see it again? No. Would I go see it in theaters again? Absolutely not. But do I like the soundtrack? Do I think it looked visually entertaining at times? Like, yes. Do I think like all the actors were absolutely terrible? Like 90%, but like there was like 1 or 2 moments where they looked fine. So I like they really don't know. Like when they were sexing his range,
The actors suck. I mean, yeah.
and they did, but like not consistently. Well, some of them, yeah, some of them are consistent throughout the entire thing, but like not all of them. It's so consistently inconsistent. It's so hard to grade. Like in Shanghai, 2 to 4.5. A 2 to the 2 to 5.5 was genuinely exactly what I was thinking. So I was hoping you did not popcorn me next. And we were gonna have 2 people who did not know their scores back to back. So
Did it?
like as we kept talking through it and everything, I kind of settled on one, and I'm kind of like, you know what? I think if this movie just happened to be on in the background while I'm doing something, I don't know if I would turn it off. And that's kind of what I'm settling at. I think this movie is good if you don't want to think and you just want visual and like auditory entertainment. I think that movie really kills it in the auditory section. This movie sounds great.
Yeah.
It looks good sometimes. The acting sucks. The story sucks. Oh, the retcon sucks.
Still thinking about his number, bro. He beats you around the bush.
I'm selling at a 4.5. Okay. That's what I'm going with. It was definitely not the worst thing I've ever seen. Would I rather see this for Nobody 2, this at least 10 times? I would not watch Nobody.
That's
2
a balance,
again.
yeah.
I would not watch Nobody again. I still don't like that one.
I always go with Until Dawn and Superman Returns. Those are like my 2 worst movies we've done this year. That and what's the other one? Chandler helped me.
Den of Thieves.
Yeah, Den of Thieves. That's also those are the 3. Like, yeah, those are the forbidden ones. Yeah, no, Minecraft movie is also on that list too. That was
I would rather watch.
yes. Well, I
At least he was never supposed to be serious.
Transition.
This is supposed to be.
Transition.
Our Mediak average is a 4. It's a 4.1, but I'm rounding it down because I got really mad at the end. So 4.
Or, but it's your whatever friend you have.
Yeah,
It's the 4, a little kissy face there.
yeah,
I
exactly.
was gonna say, or for people who watch movies, it's a 10 for anyone with a lobotomy.
Yeah, essentially.
Hamsters probably think this is a 10.
Yeah, hamster stuff with
But yeah, until they die at the end from all the lights happening all over, probably they have a seizure.
yeah. Guys, the Minecraft movie, we got an announcement of the second one, July 23rd, 2027, and it's releasing the same day as the Simpsons movie 2, which is
Simcraft.
Simcraft. Yay. I hope.
It'll be a great day.
What?
It'll be a great day for Mediak.
Yeah, I hope.
I'm so excited.
I'll see. I hope they make it a good one this time.
They're both gonna be great.
Yeah,
Just
let's hope.
and it's gonna be the Barbenheimer thing again. They're both gonna be 8s and plus.
Speaking of something that's kind of similar, we got a new cast for Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Similar in the aspect that he made a movie and people didn't like it, and he said, "Guys, don't worry, the second one's actually going to be good this time." And I'm just hoping that Minecraft is the same way. But we got Megan Fox as Toy Chica in Five Nights at Freddy's 2. So take that as you will. There probably were other casts, but I just saw that and I was like, "Fuck, I think I need to talk about that today." There are two other bits of news before we move on to the next segment. Sorry, guys, I didn't have a whole lot. But we got a new TMNT special. It's not going to be a movie or a TV show, but it's going to be animated in the same style as the movie that just came out and not the 2D animated like the TV show. But it's like a Christmas special for the TMNT, the Seth Rogen produced series. So I'm actually pretty interested in that. It was a 30-second little trailer that came out and it looks pretty fun. And then the last bit of news is we got an announcement. I think the only one this is going to be relevant to is Austin, because I don't think anyone else watched it. I actually don't even think Austin watched it. I think he just knows of it. But do you know of the Batman Christmas special with Damian Wayne?
I watched it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was awesome, right? And I thought that was so much
It
fun.
was good. It was so fun.
We're getting a new TV show in that same universe called Bat Fam, where it follows these guys, the Bat Fam. Then it's just gonna continue off of
It's
that.
gonna be like a kid thing, but like
I know.
it had a good humor in it. Like it was
fun.
it had like Lego Batman type humor, I think. And that's like how they played Batman. I enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed that little thing. And honestly, I think that's something that I like a lot in James Gunn's reign of DC that Kevin Feige doesn't really do in Marvel, just doing things that aren't connected to the overall universe. I think that's just like a fun way to expand the world, make people like these characters. Like, what if you don't like the main storyline that's going on right now? You could go follow the kiddie Batman adventures. Like, I think that's completely fun and fine. That was all the news that we have this week. That was it, by the way. Oh, go ahead, Jen.
I have news.
Yeah.
For all Invincible fans out there.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, they now have an actor for Thrag.
Oh, I saw something else actually.
They've casted Thrag. The guy, I'm forgetting his name, but I think he's like one of the elves in The Hobbit or The Lord of the Rings or something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, I can like envision that character he plays. I know nothing about him though.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'd never had a problem with the voice actors in Invincible, so I'm not like. I'm pretty neutral from that announcement.
Yeah,
They spend like 95% of their budget on voice actors. Yeah. I'd hope you would.
But that actually brings me up to a different point. So apparently, each episode of Invincible is going to be $50 million in this next season. Yes, Skylar?
Oh, after I remembered news.
Okay. In the
Is it Invincible?
One is, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sorry.
Never mind. Doesn't matter. I don't know. I think that number means nothing because like it could go to Thrag, you know, like it could go to animation. That's probably what they're saying it's going to go to, so that people actually get excited for it. But like, I don't know. That doesn't mean anything until the episodes actually release, in my opinion. Because Joker,
which isn't for long.
Yeah, true. Joker 2 cost $250 million. You know, one of the most expensive movies of last year. So. How much something costs means absolutely nothing onto the quality of it. So don't run home and be like, guys, $500 million. I mean, $50 million per episode. It's gonna be crazy animation. No, that's not true. It's probably gonna be bad still. Go, Skylar.
Sorry. I wanted to fact check and make sure I actually didn't just make something up. It's not my role to spread misinformation. I leave that to Austin.
That's my job.
Yeah. Austin's rolling the gas or spreading misinformation, so I double check myself. But season 4 got its release date, like not release date, but it got its like time frame, and it's March. Like, isn't that really fast?
Yes, insanely fast.
Do you know any other details about that?
No.
It's on Prime.
Yeah, dude.
I was thinking my news actor. No, it's weird because we've broken this up because everyone else has a different tidbit. Each episode is apparently going to be, I think, between 70 and 120 minutes.
What?
I think the pacing issues weren't bad enough already. What the fuck?
Ties perfectly into my next news, Austin.
Oh, there we go. Look at us.
Did you see the run times for the new season of Stranger Things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over
Like the first, the lowest one is 2 hours and 5 minutes, and I think the finale is over 3 hours. And it steadily like increases for the most part. It's like 205, 205, 205, like 215, 230, like back to 205 to like 245 to like 3 hours and 8 minutes. It is ridiculous how much like runtime that is. You would think that like it would like genuinely 3 of the episodes is what I thought it would be for the season.
How many episodes are there now? Or how many movies are there?
I think 8.
That's so fucked up. Like some people will
crazy.
never be able to make a movie ever, and these guys get to make 8 movies every 2 years. Fuck, that is insane.
Absolutely ridiculous.
I have a friend who's a die-hard Stranger Things fan, and he will eat that up. He will be happy about
The
that.
Gene family.
Is anyone here excited about it?
No, I've watched the first episode 3 times, and I just can't get into it.
I've just seen all Stranger Things, and I just can't. Like, I'm just not invested in it. It's like, it's so middle of the line for me. I'm just not interested.
That's what I was saying. Like, I didn't hate the first episode. I just, whenever I finished it, it was like the One Piece effect where there was just so much. And I was like, I didn't like this enough to even continue it one more episode. It just was such an okay experience.
Yeah, that's kind of what I had too.
Some froze.
Yay for other.
Guy's dead. Hate to see it. In the meantime, you guys want to see my Legos on my
He's marking us. He's marking us right now.
He actually has the. Oh, it's good. This is for Kyle.
Is there any other?
Kyle, I have Lego. I'm using the cup. I use it a bunch actually. Just saying, friend. So today we have Robin from the Lego Movie. We have Chell from Portal. We have me because I have to stay on it. And then we have Tom Cruise Mission Impossible.
No way.
Yeah, those are my Legos. I'm excited to hear Austin's reaction whenever he stops dying. There he is.
So
I'm not joking. Austin, can you hear my Legos?
I'm be honest, I was focusing on the mogging. I'm Tom Cruise Mission Impossible.
Wait, focus up. It's Chell from Portal.
That's awesome. I'm so sorry I didn't actually. I literally did not hear that because I was like, okay, what pose do I strike?
No worries.
The way you froze though was kind of pretty.
So, yeah. Okay, that's all the news that I had. Does anyone else have anything else?
Yeah.
Skylar?
Zach,
Yes?
what have you been watching?
Oh boy, am I excited to talk about those. Actually, I am. I was really excited for this week of what we're watching because I think this is going to be a pretty interesting one for me. We're watching My Hero. I'm going to go and do the unexciting things first. Watching My Hero. We're not watching the new season because we're just going to catch up because G hasn't ever watched My Hero before. I played a little bit of Black Ops 6. I am continuing to read the Absolute comics, and DC KO had their first issue this week, which was like insane. Is anyone interested in reading DC KO, the new event thing?
I know it's cool. I'm probably not going to read it though.
I like it. I don't think it's like the craziest written thing on the planet. This is the way I describe the two different DC end games that are going on right now. The Absolute Evil and DC KO is Absolute Evil is like Infinity War, while DC KO is like Endgame, where it's just like references and this is fun, while Absolute Evil is just like a very well written story, if that makes sense. And I don't take anything away from DCKO. I think it's really fantastic seeing just what the fuck is going on because it's insane and it's really fun. And Homelander is apparently supposed to make an appearance in the next issue, which is really curious to me because how it is working is Darkseid is God, and that's how the Absolute Universe is. I don't know if you know that, but he's just like he's created himself to be God in a universe and he controls over the Absolute Universe, and he's trying to become God throughout the multiverse, and to stop him they need one of the heroes or someone else to become God to fight against him. So they're having like a super tournament where they're doing a bunch of different Tron style games to see who could be God. And it wouldn't make sense for Homelander to appear now, because the way that the first game ended in issue 1, like no one else could join in. They like definitively closed off the end of it. So I'm interested to see how they're going to cover that, because they announced it after the issue, and I just like, that's weird. I don't know if I like that. But it's interesting that they're doing it. I don't know.
They're gonna have to scale him up so hard, because I think he would get lost in DC.
No. People like in the way that this is working is Batman said, if whoever makes it to the end is God, then it doesn't matter who lives or dies. Don't care about your teammates. So that's what the tournament is going. People are just fucking dying left and right. Spoiler: Shazam gets smashed like at the start of the match before he even turns into Shazam. Like he dies in kid form.
No way.
Which is fucked up. And then like,
That's really fucked up.
Do you care if I spoil a different thing?
No.
Like Batman dies. It's pretty like no hold barred.
I didn't think he was gonna be winning that one. Like, are we being real?
I mean, it wasn't like a fight. It wasn't like fist fight. The first one was a foot race, and Superman was like holding off so everyone that he liked could get through the portal. That was like the plot of the first issue. And then Batman died because Joker shot him.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Joker made his way to the tournament along with like Lex and a bunch of different other villains, so that they made it through that, which was really cool. I'm really interested to see where it goes. I'm not like loving it like Absolute Evil. I'm not pulled in as much. I'm more curious, if that makes sense. And then 2 other things that I think are going to be interesting topics. I watched a movie called Jeepers Creepers last night, which was a horror movie from 2001 with Justin Long. And dude, this movie gave me Tron Ares style like whiplash on things that I liked and didn't like in it. Honestly, not Tron Ares. That's a bad example. I'm just saying that because of the movie that we're watching. I fucking hated this movie at bits, and I actually really liked it in certain bits because it was creative, and at the beginning of the movie, the dialogue was really natural and well written, and I was genuinely shocked at what was going on in the movie. And then the characters at like the 20-minute mark stopped their brain altogether, and they just made the dumbest fucking possible choices that wouldn't make any sense in the story at all, and I just lost all interest. But then occasionally they kept doing something interesting that would like pull me back in. But like towards the end of the movie, I'm hoping G's not listening, but it was the only time I've like actively tried to fall asleep during a movie because of how not interested in it I was. It just was. I when I saw the twist, I just was like, dude, I just don't care anymore. I don't. But I don't know. If you like horror movies, give it a chance. I think you'll like it a whole lot. If you won't think about it as much as I do. Austin. Okay. I've watched 4 episodes of Peacemaker. I think it's okay.
Hey, that's one thing I'm going to talk about is because that finished up this week. So I'm going to say
I'm 4 episodes in. My opinion is I enjoy Peacemaker's character development arc. That's it. Everything else I don't like. And I like the intro. I think that the humor is terrible, honestly. I don't think there's a single like funny joke I've in the entire season so far, especially that new character. Oh my God, I hate him. There's not a single moment in which he's on the screen in which I slightly resemble enjoying him. The bird guy. Not Michael Crook, not Michael Rooker, the guy with bird blindness. I hate that character. So
your opinion is so incredibly unpopular online.
It's so not funny. It's not funny.
I thought it was hilarious. I'm sorry. Like I thought it's so dumb, and I thought it was so funny. And I don't know. That's very popular online because people think it's very, very funny.
That's fair. Like I honestly like the C plot of Michael Rooker and Eagly, but like every word out of that guy's mouth is cringe. He's like the Michael Scott, but in a world in which like cringe doesn't like fit properly.
This ain't gonna get better for you, my guy. I'm sorry.
I'm not excited. I think I'm not gonna like the season very much, but I don't know.
I'll touch on my opinions of that after. But yeah,
I thought it.
Thanks for watching it. I'm sorry. I pushed this one really hard, and I'm gonna. Spoiler. I'm gonna backtrack on that a little bit.
No, I just was like, I really enjoyed season 1, and I don't know if it was because I watched it whenever I was drunk or something, but like I was really excited for the season, especially since James Gunn said that it was the most fun he's ever had when making a project. And I was like, oh, that always turns out to be a good thing whenever you can see someone having fun. And no, it's not enjoyable, in my opinion, at least. I don't know. That's everything I've watched this week. So I'm gonna toss it to Skylar. Not my job. I'm sorry. I'll go back to my place. I'm sorry.
Austin,
Yes, Skylar.
what have you been watching?
Oh, thank you so much for asking me that. I'll just go straight off the Peacemaker stuff. The finale was this week, and I just want to say, like, I don't want to say the gun jammed with this, but
That's really good. Holy shit. That one's a funny one. I wasn't expecting that.
That's actually good. Yeah.
I love everything he's done with the DC. There's a couple criticisms I have with Peacemaker, and I didn't have really any. I enjoyed 1 through 7.
It's exhaustive. Like, what the fuck, dude? In the first
Okay, no, that was one scene. It's one scene in the
he went
series.
into the other world, and people were like flashing him as he was driving.
It's one pair of tits, man. But
Unneeded. I can't show my kids it.
yeah, you're not showing your kids Peacemaker, man. That's not happening.
knew that. That's really upsetting.
There's so many people.
The numbers aren't that big of a deal. I'm gonna show them Jujutsu Kaisen.
Already. Yeah. Okay, whatever. I enjoyed episodes 1 through 7, and I was very curious where they were going, and I think the weekly release did help with that. I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much just like binging all the episodes. But James Gunn said the last 3 episodes were like the craziest, most insane cameos, plot twists, and insane stuff. And he emphasized the last episode. And everyone I've seen online, in my personal opinion after watching it, he overhypes the hell out of it. Like, it was a decent finale to like the character development stuff, but like there wasn't a single cameo. I don't
This is good.
know if anyone
It's your
really
Tron Ares thing. Like you wanted to have the I get that.
I don't want a reference. I want a setup for the future. Like,
Okay, I get what
there is one cameo in
like
the series.
Commandos, you know? Like
Exactly. No, that's what I want. And like he made it seem like he said this was going to be set up for Man of Tomorrow. He said the last 3 episodes are the build up for Man of Tomorrow. And that's you can assume what people thought.
that's like 4 movies down the line.
Yeah, but it's Peacemaker, and you're gonna hate this, Zach, is the crux of the new DCU storyline.
I don't think
Like,
I hate that. Like I like John Cena. I just like don't like
No, I know. I'm not even gonna say his character necessarily, but like what is happening and how it leaves off is apparently
Well,
how the DC moves forward.
I have a guess. Chandler, how far
Some
into
Roku season 2 stuff going on here.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I watched the first episode.
Okay.
No fuck.
I might take off your headphones for a second. So they confirmed that the door is like an alien thing, but like for some reason I'm getting the vibe that Brainiac made it to a degree, and also like developed on Lex Luthor. It helped develop Lex Luthor's like dimensional portal to a degree, and I'm thinking that's how it's going to connect into it, but I don't want any confirmation on that.
There's no definitive like connection between this and Superman. Yeah, there's no definitive connection. It's just where James Gunn has said the story's going to go. It's basically going to use where they left off in the last, like basically the post-credit scene of the finale of Peacemaker. And I don't know. I'm the least excited I've been, but I'm not unexcited. It was an uneventful finale, and he overhyped it though, and it makes retroactively the season a little bit worse, if I'm being honest. Yeah, kind of sucks. Other things, watched Fantastic Four again. I gotta say, held up more than I thought. Like it was better the second time around. Like it was just pure enjoyment because no expectations. I really liked it the second time around.
He said he liked it a lot.
Yeah, I really did like it. I think the big thing, actually, I'll say Hollow Knight. I'm at like 60 something hours on it. I'm not making a lot of progress at this point. If it's starting to hurt a little bit, I'm not going to go further into that because spoilers for Sky. The big thing, Freerin. I'm like 15 episodes through Freerin, and it is so good. Like it's just like it's so comforting. Like I just enjoy it. Like I'm like sitting there with like a smile watching, and it's just like the entire time I'm watching it. I highly recommend it. I don't know if anyone's seen it.
Chandler's been trying to get us on it. Ever, Chandler?
I love it. I love
it too. It's great. It just feels.
It gets a lot of love, but doesn't get enough love.
It does not. I've heard so many good things. I downloaded it for a plane ride and I just started watching it. Like the first episode, I don't think I talked about it the other week because I forgot. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah.
I recommend it. It just feels like a D&D campaign, but even more like sweet. I don't know. Sweet.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
I could leave that dungeon too.
I've seen that one too. That is literally that, except it's a cooking anime.
I love that.
But it's like a cooking anime for half of it, and it's goofy, and then it has a genuinely serious plot to it. I enjoyed Delicious in Dungeon a lot. Yeah, I think that's about it for me. I think. So I'll be done, and I'm not gonna park one night.
So I got locked into this tower house. Yeah, it was a bloody last hour. I'm not turning my head already. I was looking straight at you, Chandler. Can you repeat that just to make sure I know what you said? Yeah, I will. Chandler. Okay. It's finding everything me not to be goofy here. I'm just gonna say yes to this guy. What you been watching?
Proud of you.
I didn't think it was much for this week actually, but my memory's holding up and I'm running down more than I remember watching and playing. I did watch the first I'm not up to date on both episodes for My Hero, the latest season, but I think I watched just the first one. Any watchers of that yet? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Take it off.
I'm not gonna give. Okay, I was just gonna say I don't think I like for the last season. I don't necessarily like the last season. I don't think I understood it super well. So it's more like, yeah, I just don't think I was watching it. I was pretty concurrent whenever I started watching the final season. Like I think I just finished everything up until when that release, but I don't know if I just didn't really like it per se. I maybe I just got confused. I forgot too much, but yeah, the same thing happened here. It's like it's definitely picks up right where it ends. I don't know. I think I'm tired of the My Hero Academia formula. Actually, the one where they like fight and talk for 3 minutes, and
That's all
exchange blows.
Gabriel.
Yeah, but like with My Hero though, it's like, gosh, I'm tired of this.
That's what gets me in that. The flashbacks, the endless flashbacks. We have to see every single motivation of every single character.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
It's like we see it the whole time. We see it all the whole show. We don't need to remind. Like, you understand that? Okay, yeah. If you're gonna get Austin back, Austin, come back.
Austin, come back. You're good.
Ghost of Yote, I have been putting a lot of hours into that. I'm already at 20, I think. And I don't know if I'm like even a quarter or a fifth done. There's so much to do in this game, which is awesome.
I saw a negative review that said that Ghost of Yote was like a DLC of the first game and shouldn't have been its own game. But I also saw a lot of people being in the comments being like, what are you talking about? Like, that's stupid.
That person definitely didn't spend the $70 because they have no clue what they're talking about. They're definitely just watching a YouTube video on that one. I mean, yeah, I can get around with it kind of being like a DLC or like it's very carbon copy of the first game. There wasn't much to change, so it feels similar. Right. But I don't think that's a bad thing. It just wasn't a good game to begin with.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been playing lots of that. I'm still playing so much of Balatro, that roguelike game. I'm surprised how many times it brings me back.
It's an addictive.
It is, and I'm not like playing it for the platinum because that's never going to happen. In no way, shape, or form am I going to get that. But God, dude, the RNG you need for this game, I can't even beat the game at most of the time. How am I supposed to get like a royal flush with like with only one suit? Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on. Anywho, I finished Taco Bee Original Sin. I'm not sure if I said I finished it last week or at least during this week, but that's a very good show if you want to be like depressed for 3 hours or 2 hours and then feel good the last 10 minutes. It's a great show to watch. Yeah, you're that. After watching this, I'm already depressed watching everything. Just at least there's 10 minutes of goodness. And then I'll finish up with one of Sky's favorites. I remembered this for I don't know how long, probably not that long. Ranking of Kings. Oh my gosh, is that so?
It's a Sky favorite? Literally, I've never heard him talk about that show a single time.
I don't think I've watched that show.
Interesting.
I've heard good things about it.
That's crazy. I only watched it because I was like, oh, I think Sky likes this. That's crazy. What the heck?
I've heard really good things about it.
Oh, you're fixing your opinion in some chat.
I've never seen that. Oh my gosh, my line had to lie.
Sky, I
I still would like it though.
Chandler cares about you, you know? That should
Yeah. I mean, this is a show you would love because it literally exuberates what Sky would love about the show. So damn, I was
That's so dead sad right now. That's so funny. What else you got?
I was looking so forward to talking about it too because I was like, Sky's gonna relate. Just needless to say, Sky, you would like this show. I really think you would. It has all the qualities of a show you would love.
Okay, I'm gonna be.
Who did I learn this from? Who told me it was good?
I really don't know because you said it's the ranking of kings, right?
Ranking of Kings. Yes.
I've heard about that, and I've seen clips.
Yeah, never seen it. Never even heard the name before.
I remember this is definitely not recent. Like, I mean, this is like years ago, probably when we were still like
Living
in like Concord or.
No, I remember like if I vaguely seen something, it would like my brain where it looks familiar. I don't think I've ever seen
Okay.
Yeah,
heard of that.
I got a case to solve here. I need to figure this out. I'm not gonna.
What else could we do in the mystery?
I should.
Fortnite now.
No, we should play Fort, and then I'll figure it out. It'll all come back to me when we're playing Fort. When we get the Scooby-Doo game. Okay. That's my piece. That's my piece.
That's everything?
Yes.
All right, team. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Sky.
What
What
a
a year I'm watching.
That was the best one we'd ever done.
Hell yeah.
That was like, holy shit.
I was gonna say on mine, I distinctly heard 3 questions, so I just assumed it had to be good.
Yeah, it was so good, dude. That I honestly think that was genuinely the most in tune we've ever been.
Well,
Yeah.
I said last week that this week would probably be a little more depressing, just because I have like a test coming up, and I have actually been feeling like under the weather the last like 2 days. Like yesterday, I felt like fine-ish, like just like a little like but like today, like I just don't feel good, and it's been really hard for me to study. So I think I'm actually gonna have to like reschedule. So I've actually been watching a little bit more than I said. So I'm kind of like, if you listened to me last week, I lied.
Skylar's.
Yeah. So I did get to play some Hollow Knight this time around, and I made it to where do you care if I say?
I don't
Oh,
know.
for anybody.
Not at all.
I mean, I'm definitely further to than you. I hope so.
Yeah, you're definitely hard. But I'm fighting the Hornet right now, and I've gotten like what I think is I can't tell if I'm close or not because I don't know the health bar. But like I've like hit Hornet like a good bit, and then I get to like one part and like I think I forget like all motor function, and then I just instantly die. Like it's not even like the boss is doing something different. I just forget like I like essentially everything in my brain is like my brain turns to like mush, and I actually look like a Neanderthal just kind of clicking buttons. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, oh, I was like, that was so dumb. Why did I do that? And then I regain consciousness the second I'd lose. And I'm like, are you? Yeah. So it's not like it's a hard fight, but for some reason, my brain in the middle wants to turn off. And
Happens a lot.
yeah, so
It'd be fun
I was
to
there.
watch that middle. And it turns out it's like 1/8 into the fight.
Imagine if there's like 4 phases and I'm not even through the first one. That'd be a real,
Could be.
that'd be devastating. But I'm gonna just not even acknowledge the fact that you said maybe. I'm not gonna let there be a possibility, which is more than one. I'm also like up to date. Well, it's like a chapter for Bodolo and One Piece drop at like less than an hour here soon. So I'm up to date on them. Besides the one that has not yet released at the time of this recording. I've watched a good bit of ReZero. I'm like, I think I'm on episode 11 or just finished episode 11. And I'm like slowly kind of falling like out of love with the show, which is like, I don't, because I really like the main character. I just don't know if I care for like anybody else.
And can you repeat what were you at again? What episode?
You've watched this all, right?
I'm concurrent. Yes.
Okay, so do you two care if I just say where I'm at?
Not even in the slightest.
So they're fighting the white whale, and the white whale now has 3.
Fuck does it? That is
Okay.
awesome description. What the fuck does that mean?
If you watch it, you know exactly where I'm at.
Yeah.
But
And the white whale now has 3. 3 what,
Yeah.
Skylar? There has 3.
it does have 3. There's 3.
That's the second season, right?
No,
No, that's the first. Oh gosh.
I don't know. Mine are all 1-hour episodes.
So I want to say that's the second, but I don't know. It might be late first. I will be honest with you. This show can drag for so long. It really does. But I mean, I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. If you're not enjoying it, I would turn it off instantly because it's going to be like that for hours. I'm going to be blunt. You're going to sit through that for hours. But once you can get to season 3, it's pretty much all good. It really is all good. But if you still get through all of season 2, and season 2, I say drags more than season 1.
The look in Scott's eyes is like, I ain't doing that.
First thing I'm doing.
Dude, I like Subaru so much, though. He's so cool.
Super is. That's
Subaru.
pickles. Skylar, it's pickles. That's why you like them.
Dude, I know.
That's it. That's
why.
a reference that no one is going to get. I apologize.
Yeah.
Continue.
My family all named my red car Pickles as a joke.
No, it's not a joke. It's sick.
It's not a joke because it really is.
Because it's sick.
But that's so I'm up there. I've been playing some Fortnite recently because I wanted to check out the Fortnite mares, which I kind of like actually. I'm having a solid time.
Yeah, well.
I've played very sparingly, like Rivals. I'm concurrent like on where my hero is because Caden's watching, and he's like caught up completely. So I've watched the 2 episodes. I'm not going to speak on the second episode.
I saw the clip.
You're saying,
I'm really excited.
yeah, I'm not going to say anything, but like I already knew what happens. I've already finished.
Yeah,
the show,
I
so, like, I already know.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
it's gonna be sweet.
It does.
It's gonna be sweet.
And then I'm having the opposite of Chandler. I thought there was more, and I swear there is more. But oh my gosh, how did I forget the biggest one? I just watched yesterday. I watched K-pop Demon Hunters.
Hey,
For the
look at that. Finally.
Yeah, I don't know how I forgot about that, dude. It was so good.
Yeah, it was pretty fire. It's kind of hard not to like that movie.
Yeah, me and Lily were looking for something to watch, and she's like, okay, so I don't want something scary. She's like, I either want like a rom-com, a comedy, or something animated. And I was like, wow, you really narrowed it down. I was just scrolling through, and I was like, okay, I'll just start at Netflix. I usually just have like some like older comedy that's like, pretty solid. And I saw it, and I was like, oh yeah, I haven't watched K-pop Demon Hunters yet. So, and she said, yeah, and then she loved this to it. The songs are really good.
It seems like a
Thanks.
alley.
Yeah, she did like it, but you'll never guess her favorite character.
Is it the guy that is like the producer of them?
Zach, no, Austin, what'd you say?
Is it Dirty?
Cat.
Austin got it.
His name is Derpy. His name is Derpy.
It is.
Yeah, his name is Derpy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
So we can also do the cat. From like literally the first time he appears, he's knocking over the stage. She tries to stand it back up. She like giggled like the entire time. Anytime he's on screen, she giggled. Yeah, and she like stands it up, and then he's like going to leave, and he knocks it down again.
That's not consistent, but it says how to draw a derpy tiger.
That's actually done awesome. I don't think they ever said his. Did they ever say his name?
think
No, I think it's just in the wiki for it. The bird's name is Susie.
Yeah.
The bird
we watched that.
reminds me of Rob Lucci because of his
Yeah.
pigeon.
So fair.
It had the hat too.
But I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite song. They're all like pretty good. Like,
I like the final one. And I like Golden a lot.
yeah, good. Those were Lily at the last one. That was her favorite. I don't know. I really want to say Soda Pop. What about Takedown?
I actually get Soda Pop.
I hate Soda Pop. Soda Pop was so cringe.
Dude,
Actually, that song just so
it's so fun.
fuck.
It's
I can't.
it's just so fun.
I can't.
What about Takedown? I don't like that one.
I think Takedown.
I think that's okay.
Above Soda Pop. Like, I don't hate it. It was like a perfect middle of the road one for me. All of them are good though. Like, all of them are objectively good songs.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I think the reason I like Soda Pop so much is it's so like bright and fun, and it fits so well with everything they do. Like right there, like in that scene, dude. I know you can. I know you hate it. I know you're cringing, but like
I'm listening to it.
I was a banger. I was just like,
Oh, dude,
like
I'm so excited. Like, oh, that station actually sent a chill in my spine, dude. That sucked.
I agree with you, Sky. I thought it was great.
Yeah, but honestly, like I expected to like. Everything about this movie is just pretty enjoyable. Like I don't really know if I have a con. Like I could have. This movie could have been longer.
I wish it was longer. It was supposed to be 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Starts with this 50.
15, sorry.
Oh, that would have probably been fine. I probably
That's enough time for another song.
Well,
I just want to say 2 more songs.
I felt like the exposition was front loaded at the beginning of the movie. I wish the beginning of the movie was like 20 minutes instead of 5, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but I think they did an all right job. Just kind of
they did a great job for what they needed to do. If I had to pick a complaint, that would be my complaint of the movie.
That's fair. You can play that. I don't even know if I could pick one. It was definitely better than Aries. We'll give it that. It's a close race as it was.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but I think that's it. I'm really late to the party of K-pop Demon Hunter, but I guess still hold up.
As long as you show up, that's all that matters, dude.
All right, and what? Next week's movie is Austin's pick. It was
Naza.
I don't know how to say.
Right?
Naza.
Naza.
Yes.
So I'm gonna.
Good. Sorry. I was just gonna say I've heard this movie's ass. And so I'm not going in with high expectations, and I think this is gonna be bad. And I think it's only subbed, isn't it?
I think so.
Yes.
Maybe that doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, but
You could say Rakuten Fakey though. If you have that app, Rakuten Fakey. And you don't have to. Yeah, it's on the iOS store, so it's free too.
okay, I might do that. Yeah. No, I've heard this movie is not good. But the second one, which is why I recommended it at the time I did, I heard is incredible, and I know you guys have.
It's the animated movie of all time.
Yep. So you got to get through the slop sometimes.
I will say I have seen Naza. I liked it.
Really? Okay,
It
nice.
was good. I thought it was good.
I don't think I haven't seen it.
On that Rakuten Viki is that all devouring whale show too. That's the only way you can watch it.
I'm super interested in that show, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right. Well, let us know what you thought about Tron Aries down below. Let us know if we were too harsh, too nice.
We were
really just what you thought about the movie. It's so polarizing. But yeah, make sure to
come on.
Yeah, just make sure to
Movie's the
like, comment, subscribe. We're still going for the goal of 1,000 subs by Christmas. So anything you can do is greatly appreciated. So, Dak, take it away.
Yeah, I mean, Skylar kind of said it all. I want to say that at the beginning of it, but the last 2 episodes we've been starting them in such a fun, different way. So yeah, 1,000 by Christmas would be fantastic. Please do that. I would be very happy. But yeah, we'll see you guys next week with Naza. Other than that, comment down below your opinions. We'll see you next time. See you.
Bye. Have a great time.